What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports, and back to you guys with another video. This video, I'm here with my Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns preview and prediction. I'm going to be previewing this matchup and giving my prediction on who will win this game. Now, before I begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I upload NFL videos and college football videos daily. So, the Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns, this game is going to be at Cleveland. Kickoff is supposed to be at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And the Cleveland Browns, right? I just want to vent my frustration because all off season I have had people commenting under my videos talking about how I'm overrating the Cleveland Browns. And I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan saying that the Cleveland Browns are going to go 10-6 and that they're going to win the division. And people keep on saying they're unproven. What have they proved? They're overrated. Let me ask you guys a question, right? How are they unproven? People call the Cleveland Browns unproven, like these players are rookies and they're inexperienced and this is like their first year in the NFL. They got Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. That's one of the best wide receiving duos that we have in the NFL right now. You got two Pro Bowlers at that wide receiver position. It's not too many teams that have two Pro Bowl wide receivers on their offense. Then you have Nick Chubb, who had a very good year. He probably would have had 1,000 yards. Then you have Baker Mayfield, who had one of the best rookie seasons that we've seen out of a rookie quarterback in a while. You're still on defense. You got Myles Garrett. Then you got Olivier Vernon, two Pro Bowl pass rushers. You got Greedy Williams in the second round in the draft. You got Denzel Ward. I mean, this Cleveland Browns team is absolutely stacked. So the fact that people think that they're overrated, that they're unproven, kind of puzzles me. How are they unproven? It's not like they're starting a bunch of rookies and saying, like the Arizona Cardinals are, starting like a lot of rookies on the offensive side of the ball. The Arizona Cardinals are unproven. They have several rookies that's going to be starting for them this Sunday against Detroit on the offensive side of the ball and on the defensive side of the ball. But the Cleveland Browns are only going to be starting like a couple of rookies. They have experienced players, they have veteran players who have performed at a very high level and are Pro Bowl caliber players. Odell Beckham is a Pro Bowler. Jarvis Landry is a Pro Bowler. I mean, come on. So how are they unproven? And then when I beat people with that, people want to say they got an unproven first-year head coach in Freddie Kitchens who doesn't really have that much of coaching experience. That's bull crap. Do you know how many first-year head coaches in the NFL have went to the playoffs? Sean McVay, his first year with the LA Rams, went to the freaking playoffs. What did Matt Nagy do last season? Went to the freaking playoffs last year. What did Mike Vrabel do last year for the Tennessee Titans? They didn't go to the playoffs, but they were doggone near close. They went 9-7. Frank Wright in his first year being the head coach for the Indianapolis Colts. What did he do? He took them to the freaking playoffs. I mean, so I'm not getting the narrative with people saying these first-year head coaches aren't going to do this and doing that. Stop overlooking these first-year head coaches just because they're first-year head coaches. You got to look at the team and the talent that these coaches have around them. This is one of the most talented teams that's playing in the NFL right now, top to bottom. The Cleveland Browns have a very talented roster. Offensive line's a little bit of concern. Their definitely defense a little bit concerned. But stop overlooking these teams just because they have first-year head coaches. I think that's a lazy argument for why a team can't make it to the playoffs just because they have a first-year head coach, when a lot of first-year head coaches have had success over the last couple of years making it to the playoffs. So I think people need to stop overlooking teams just because they have first-year head coaches and automatically disqualifying them just because they're first-year head coaches. Because first-year head coaches over the last couple of seasons have had success. Now, I'm not saying that every first-year head coach is going to have success. But when you're in a team, when you have a team like Freddie Kitchens, this team is going to make it to the playoffs. It is. If they miss the playoffs, Freddie Kitchens should be fired because there's no reason with the talent that he has on this Cleveland Browns roster that he have any business missing the playoffs. I don't care how tough their schedule is. I don't care. This is one of the most talented rosters in all of football. Definitely one of the top 10 most talented teams in the NFL right now. So the Cleveland Browns better make it to the playoffs. If they don't make it to the playoffs this season, then Freddie Kitchens deserves to be freaking fired. This is a playoff team. Now let's get into the Tennessee Titans. So the Tennessee Titans' biggest question with them is, can Marcus Mariota stay healthy? Now, when Marcus Mariota was able to stay healthy and at least playing about 80% of the games, the Tennessee Titans end up making it to the playoffs most of the time, and they are fairly competitive. Now, they went ahead and they got a backup quarterback in Ryan Tannehill, who is probably the best backup quarterback right now in case Marcus Mariota goes ahead and gets injured. And this is a make-or-break year for Marcus Mariota. And it's weird because it's not like Marcus Mariota is a bad quarterback. It's just that he just struggles to stay healthy, because this is a guy who has won in the playoffs, and I mean, he's basically shown his worth. I don't get how people can call Marcus Mariota a bust. He went to the playoffs. He led the Tennessee Titans to a playoff from a come-from-behind win against Kansas City Chiefs, in a game that nobody really expected Tennessee to win that year. So, I mean, Marcus Mariota has gotten Tennessee to the playoffs, and he has had success in the NFL. The biggest thing with him is he going to be able to stay healthy? Now, he added some weight in the offseason, so we're going to see if he's going to be able to hold up. But another thing that people aren't talking about is that, once again, Tennessee has another offensive coordinator. You can't expect to develop a young quarterback when you're constantly switching out new offensive coordinators every season. When you look at some of these young quarterbacks, what do they all have in common? They all have stability. And if you want a quarterback to develop properly, you gotta have stability. Even some of the most successful quarterbacks in the NFL right now, Jared Goff, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, what do all three of those guys have in common? They all been under the same system for a couple of seasons now. So, I mean, you gotta somewhat have a solid system in place, and you gotta have stability at that coaching spot to develop a young quarterback like a Marcus Mariota. Now, Tennessee on the defense side of the ball, I think they're going to end up having a top 5 defense. And Tennessee can very well come in this game and upset Cleveland. Now, I know Cleveland looks like the better team on paper, but Tennessee has upset a lot of teams over the last couple of seasons. So, this isn't a team that any Cleveland fan should overlook just because it's the Tennessee Titans. Because this Tennessee Titans team embraces being the underdog, and they're smacking you in the mouth if you don't come ready to play. So my keys to victory, what each of these teams needs to do and able to have a chance to win this game. The Tennessee Titans, what they need to do, they need to be able to limit big plays, because this Cleveland Browns offense is basically a touchdown ready to happen. This Cleveland Browns team on the offensive side of the ball, they could score a touchdown at any point, running almost any play. So you got to be able to limit the big plays in the passing game. You're going to have Jarvis Landry, you're going to have Odell Beckham. Cleveland is going to have opportunity to have a lot of big plays this year. And if you're Tennessee, having one of the better secondaries in the NFL, you're going to have to limit those big plays if you're Tennessee. So they got to limit big plays if they want to be able to win this game. Next up, Marcus Mariota has to play good in this game. This is going to be a game that I think Cleveland's going to be able to take away the run, and Marcus Mariota is going to have to be able to win this game through the air. And he should be able to, because this is probably the best receiving core he has had since his second year of the NFL, when he had probably his best career numbers a couple of years ago was in his second year in the NFL, when he had an okay wide receiving core. So he has a more improved wide receiving core. So he has to be able to win this game, and he has to be able to play good. He's going to have to be able to stay in place with his legs. He's going to have to be able to do some damage through the air for this Tennessee Titans team. They want to be able to beat this Cleveland Browns team and being able to win this game. Now, next up, they have to take shots deep. And this goes with Marcus Mariota playing good. So the Tennessee Titans have to be able to take some deep shots down the field, because I believe that a hole in this Cleveland Browns secondary is their safety position. I think their safety position is a little bit, and I think that's one of the weaknesses that they have on their team. I don't really have a lot of faith in their safety position. So they have to be able to take some shots deep and try to expose that. So for the Cleveland Browns, what they need to do in order to win this game, they need to limit mistakes. Now this Cleveland Browns team, this fan base, it's a home game. They're going to be very excited. They're going to be very emotional. So if you're the Cleveland Browns, you want to limit the penalties, the unnecessary roughness, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, when you let your emotions get into the game and things like that. And they need to stay calm, and they need to stay composed. They also need to take care of the football as well. And they can't get excited. I know the Cleveland Browns players are really excited because they have a very good game, a very good team, and this is going to be a home game. But if you're Cleveland, you got to stay composed, and you can't let your emotions end up being the reason why you lose this game. And this Tennessee Titans team is a team that's going to take advantage of all the opportunities that you give them. This is a scrappy Tennessee Titans team. They get after you for all 4 quarters. They're very scrappy. They fight to the end. So you don't want to give this Tennessee Titans any extra opportunities. And next up, they have to be able to stop the run. You got to be able to stop Derrick Henry. What this Tennessee Titans team wants to do, they want to be able to run the football. They want to be able to control time possession. And they basically just want to tire out your defense. Cleveland has to be able to stop the run and being after to get those pass rushers, Olivier Vernon and Myles Garrett going if they want to be able to win this game. This is a Tennessee Titans team that has a pretty good 1-2 punch with Dion Lewis and Derrick Henry at that halfback position. So they're going to have to be able to stop the run if they want to be able to win this game, which I do think it might be something that they end up struggling with this season and stopping the run. And the last thing they need to do, they need to be able to protect Baker Mayfield. Now, this Tennessee Titans defense is very, very good. And I think they're going to end up being one of the best defenses in the NFL, specifically with their front seven. Now, their front seven, they don't have a lot of players that's going to jump out to you with name recognition. But this front seven is very, very good. They get after you, and they fight, and they're very good. So this Cleveland Browns team, they're going to have to be able to protect Baker Mayfield if they want to be able to win this game. So the team that I'm going with to win this game, I'm going to go with... This is tough, man. This is really, really tough. Really tough. I want to go with the Cleveland Browns to win this game. I want to go with Tennessee because we've seen Tennessee so many times in the past be able to embrace being the underdog and going on the road and winning games like this. But I just think this Cleveland Browns team, I just think they're going to be pumped up. They're going to be excited. And I just think they're going to come in very, very motivated and things like that. I know Tennessee's going to be motivated as well. But I just think the Cleveland Browns are going to end up winning this game. I'm going to go with Cleveland to win this game. I think Cleveland ends up winning this game 21-17. Cleveland is the score I'm going to be rocking with. So let me know who you guys think is going to end up winning this game down in the comment section down below. Also make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content. And thanks for watching.